All right, so the light. Here's where I'm at. I went ahead and I welded that up just so it'll hold it. It's not the prettiest, but it'll hold. And I gotta go ahead and make a bar for this one to connect to here, because flimsy. But I did that. I JB welded it on the other side just because I ran out of welding wire. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that up tomorrow, and intercooler should be mounted up nicely. Should clear for my bumper. That is a lot of room, not gonna lie, but it should be good. If anything, I can always cut it up and re-weld it. As much as I don't want to, I'll be okay doing that. Top mount is good fitting. I did cut a lot. Honestly, I probably did not have to cut this, but I went ahead and cut it. I'm gonna want to do my cable management a lot nicer and neater. Still gotta fully delete my AC because I'm not gonna use it, so no point in having the compressor there or whatever, the pulleys and stuff. I forgot to get the gasket for that, so I have to get the gasket, then I can throw that back on. Yeah, E36 things, the studs coming out, nice. But this kind of is where I'm sitting as of right now. Okay, so I'm currently here in E36. I'm doing the E36 headers, and the studs decided to come out. So I'm just going ahead and I'm taking them out, and I'm gonna have to thread them in by hand, and then just put them on. But I'm going through doing a few, and I have one more somewhere down there. Yeah, there it is right there, just sitting there. But I'm just going through doing this, and probably gonna go ahead and throw the headers on and put that other gasket. I did one and I already threw it in there. Yeah, as you can see, I already threw one in there. But I still got a few more to do. I think just 3 more really. Unless I'm missing some, then shouldn't be. But if I am, then I am. But okay, it's looking like it's fitting. Seems like it's clearing up top. Just gonna finish mounting it up, and if I have to adjust anything, I'll just adjust anything, obviously. If I have to, I have to. It's nothing too crazy, but that's looking pretty sick. And the turbo's kind of peeking out there, so it's really cool just seeing it peek out. But like I said, it needs a little adapter, so it's gonna raise it, but I'm really hoping I won't have to cut my hood. Plus, I'm gonna have this oil feed line, but we'll see how I'm gonna route it. I could probably, I don't know, because I gotta do oil feed line and my return line, so I don't know. Then obviously my wastegate, so I gotta see how this all goes and fits, but I'm hoping it's not too much and too much like modifying and stuff. But dude, it's looking so cool.
I ain't painting on my nails and putting on the first. Ain't wearing heels, start putting going first. Biggie overalls look like I'm finna work.
This is also another thing. This wastegate had the little, like this one, not the V-band, that's like the little bolting one. This one over here has a V-band fitting, so I'm gonna have to figure something out for that. I don't really want to cut and weld that, but if I have to, I will. The only thing that's gonna throw me off is like that's probably aluminum and not like heavy metal, and I only have a welder for heavy metal, so it's gonna be a little sketch for me. Also, I need my kidney grill so bad. It makes me so mad. The second I got that one decides to fall out, and that's the one with my Moon Eyes grill clip. So I haven't really been working on the car. I did pick this up. It is like a little rally road or something like that. It's like the oil pressure thing, so I can do my fitting, so it would go in like boop, and my vanos would tap through it, my banjo bow or something like that. I gotta look it up a little bit, but it's along those lines. I also got these. I got new motor mounts because when I had to take my subframe off, my motor mounts completely fell apart. So picked up some new motor mounts, so I'm super hyped on that. And over here, since my flange is different sizes, I tried drilling it, but I used a drill bit that was a little too big, so I can't even, like this just goes through it, because I was going to tap it, but it just goes through it. So I'm going to have to weld that up. big of a, too hard of a fix, so just gonna have to deal with that. Gonna see how I can run this, and I have a slot for my oil pressure sender unit, and I'm pretty sure I can use this for like oil pressure gauge or something like that. I can just feed into there. So I'm gonna look a little more into that, but I got it for a good price. I got all of this for like 85 bucks. All of it brand new, never used. But look at this. This thing looks pretty cool. I wish it wasn't so clapped out. I kind of do want to go back to my 36 size skirts though, not gonna lie. But poor car. Ew, I think that frog just peed. So here we go, I have it. So this is my oil fade line. This is the block, the little rally road block. And as you can see, I have my sensor down there, the little banjo bolt, and it's capped off right there because I have nothing running right there. And my feed line my feed line will fit perfectly through it. I'll probably just run it through my intake little holes, to be honest. Yeah, I'll probably run it through little intake holes. I don't know, we'll see. I gotta figure it out, but this is just like a little mock-up just to see what it's like. Since I'm trying to make it in time for Daytona, I don't think I'm gonna have time to finish boosting it. So I'm just gonna do what I gotta do, just go NA, keep it NA. I do need a longer whatever that is, the little AM line. I need a longer one because I have it down there, as you can see. It's kind of hard to see, but I have it down there, and my turbo is gonna sit like over here, and this just is not gonna reach, so I'm gonna have to get a longer one of those. Other than that, it's kind of coming along. It looks pretty cool. It's really cool seeing this little rally road piece in there, but hopefully all is well. I will Teflon tape it all and all the banjo bolts and everything. I feel a little confused on my boost controller and all this stuff, so if you guys can direct me on using this, that would be really appreciated. Okay, so this decided to snap, but that's fine. I'll just get a new one, I guess. I get a gasket for it and it snaps. Cool. I ended up taking off my front end again, so I can put that in. This needs to get thread and tapped because this is like kind of loose and like spinny. So I'm either gonna have to replace the whole thing or just try and re-tap that. But we'll figure it out when that comes. But here we are again, back at this spot, just great. And on top of that, Colin decides to squirt out. Like, come on. So this is where the car's sitting. Boom. As you can see, I did pick up some new wheels. I did get rid of the SSRs. These are AVS Model 7s, 17x9 plus 45. I kept my tires and I went ahead and, yeah, I kept my tires and I slapped it on. It's a 215/40 17. They're chrome. One of them has they're a little chopped up, as you can see. But where's it at? This one. Look, this one has a little bit of a curb rash, but it's not that big of a deal. Model 7s, super cool. I'm actually really hyped to have these. I think they look, ouch. I think they look and they're gonna fit pretty good with this car. And I'm really excited. So nice that they're not 9.5 or 10.5, anything crazy. They're just a calm little 9. So I'm gonna go ahead and test fit them and see how it is. I mean, yo, I went ahead and I put my plate behind it too, but like, you can already tell that the fitment's gonna be good. Guess my fender is cooked, but it's whatever. Dude, that looks sick. I am rocking with it. Model 7s are actually gas. Okay, there's also one problem I'm having, and that's the lug nut problem. I mean, I have these fat ones, these like acorn ones or whatever, and this little sturdy one, and yeah, obviously these holes are too small to fit these, so I'm gonna have to get lug nuts for them. So that's just one downfall, but I'll get those eventually. I'm not too worried because I want to get the car up and running first. I need to get valve cover gasket. Apparently AutoZone only, I mean, like, I guess the one I bought was just that one piece. So I got one out of the 2 gaskets, but there was a 1-piece one. It was only a few dollars more, but I didn't see it at the time. So I'm just stuck with that. The Rally Road oil distribution thingamabob is in there. I mean, it's not gonna be boosted in time for Tona, but it should be up and running. Oh, also look at this. JB welded it, and I put this cap on, and I was turning it, and it just decided to snap. So that is just great. So I'm gonna have to either clean this JB welded or get a different oil pan or whatever. We'll see. I know somebody's selling one with the welded one already, but I might just try this and re-weld it back on, to be honest. But these wheels are sick. Okay, so I wish I had my hood on, but it still looks cool without my hood. But yeah, I'm enjoying these wheels. These wheels just look so good. And with the front bumper on, I do have it on a piece of wood and no lug nuts, so hopefully we're okay. I can't wait to see my intercooler down there and everything. Oh, this is so cool. So that's kind of how the car's sitting as of right now. If you guys have tips or something for timing, can you let me know? Because I'm really sketched out about my timing, whether if I did it right or wrong. Like the 2 cubes in the back have to be like straight, and then my vanos something, and then it's just like, yeah, if you guys have tips for timing, please let me know. But that's gonna be it. Peace.